What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point. We get started in just a minute, man. Just hit that like when y'all come in here, all right? Bro, Sugar, I see you in here, sweetie. How you doing? See you in here, Queen. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We will get. We gonna cook on this in just a minute. Some leaders. I've been working on them, trying to send out my notifications and everything, man. It seems to be working okay for the most part, but it's not where I want it to be. So, like I said, man, just a little construction, man. Things are gonna come together pretty soon here. Like I said, they're not gonna be able to stop the movement. They're not gonna here. Like I said, they're not gonna be able to stop the movement. They're not gonna be able to stop what we're doing. Stop what we're doing. Um, they're not gonna be able to stop any of the messages that we're we're putting out in order to counteract the BS narratives, the lies, and the poison that they're fertilizing the brains of many people that just really don't know. Okay, so y'all hang in there with me. Um, but I do have to cook on this on both of these topics right here. Um, First and foremost, man, I thank y'all for tuning in. Um, I want to give a shout out to the Lions Den basketball uh, and boxing community. I also want to give a shout out to all of my subs, both my day ones and as well as my new subs. What's up, Bruno? I see you in here, bro. Haven't seen you here in a minute, brother. Matter of fact, let me rent you up, man. I hadn't seen Bruno in a minute, bro. Um, Hang in there with me though, Bruno, man. We got a lot of stuff going on in terms of them sending out my notifications and just everything, man. Just a lot of stuff. But like I said, I'm in a construction phase right now. Uh, but nevertheless, man, you got to tear some things down in order to build some things back up. Also, man, let me give a shout out to a couple of the brothers that I saw talking about this topic. Um, I want to give a shout out um, to the Pull Up Podcast. I've seen him talking about this situation right now. Go sub to BJ, brother BJ, at the Pull Up Podcast. Right, right, right. I know, Bruno. You already know how they rock, man. You already know how they rock. But that's why I tell you and everybody else to share the video, and like the video so it can be in the algorithm. Because the more they see it, the more people will tune in. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely don't want anybody tuning in because of what we're pushing and what we're counteracting, and especially with everything that's going on right now, what's taking place, with the new quote unquote podcast that then took place. They definitely are trying to pretty much put a damper on a lot of the smaller channels. So um but I want to give a shout out to BJ and them, man, at the Pull Up Podcast. Go sub to his channel, man. Real dope content, man. Good brother. He's a Clippers fan. And I think, to my knowledge, I think I saw Town Biz, uh, Sports and Entertainment talking about this too. Definitely go sub to the brother Town Biz too as well. He's got a conglomerate of different. Uh, subjects that he talks about: sports, boxing, hip hop, entertainment, you name it. It's a conglomerate. He's one of the best at it, man. So salute to both of them brothers, man. Um, Gilbert Arenas, man. All right. Gilbert Arenas has been on a tear lately, man. And I'm gonna talk about a couple of the other things that he was talking about, which I really disagree with. Okay, as you know, I do like Gilbert Arenas's podcast. Of course, Gil's Arena. I also do like him when he's on the nightcap with Shannon Sharp, and just when he's on various podcasts. Um, some of the stuff, man, that Gilbert Arenas does say, man, I do agree with, but a lot of it I know he's doing for shock value. Okay. I do salute him though for stepping up on the platform with my brother Ticket TV and them having a little verbal jujitsu. Okay, some people say that it was a heated debate, but I I don't know what you describe as a heated debate, because really it was just two brothers that had different perspectives on things, but the common end goal is to see success at the end of the tunnel in terms of what they're bringing to the table, so to speak, or whatnot. But Gil had his theories on things, and so did Ticket or whatever. And I never really dug in deep into that debate or whatnot, because I didn't think it was really necessary. I enjoy seeing both of them chop it up and everything. And you gotta give, like I said, you gotta give Ticket credit for allowing players. Some people will say, "Oh yeah, well he allowed Ticket to talk to him." No, it's the other way around. Okay, because Ticket allows players to come to his platform to have a voice and everything, and to say what needs to be said, because a lot of the stuff that you're going to be able to say on his platform, you're not going to be able to say on ESPN. You're not going to be able to say on Fox. You're not going to be able to say on some of these networks that put a control on you and a strain on you. What's up, Ted? I'll see you in the building, bro. Okay. Now, Gilbert Arenas, man, he basically came out on record, all right, and he stated that all of this is Vanessa Bryant's fault. Okay, uh, in terms of Pam and Joe, which is Kobe's parents, the Bryants, uh, selling his ring and other memorabilia uh, in order to get money, pretty much. Okay, and Gilbert Arenas said that the reason why, and I know many of you in the chat were saying that maybe they need the money, maybe it was a financial situation and stuff like that. But Gilbert Arenas was basically saying that not, nothing was left to them, no money was left to them, everything went to Vanessa, and he was saying that they were pretty much broke, and he went also as far as to say that none of the stuff that's in Kobe, or the majority of stuff that's in Kobe's name, actually should go to the parents. That, checks should get blocked and everything like that in case it goes out to an auction or something like that, and then it should go to the parents, because of them being the parents and everything. And me, I thoroughly disagree with that, man. I thoroughly disagree with that, as you know. Uh, for one, make sure y'all hit the like when y'all come in here too, okay? Please hit the like button. For one, okay, um, the blame is really on, if we're gonna go back, and we're gonna go back in time to what happened, okay? And like I said, respect for Gil, okay? But I do disagree with him, all right? If we're going to go back in time and we're really going to dissect this whole situation, okay, what was this predicated on, okay? This was all predicated on the anger of how they felt because Kobe did not choose the spouse that they wanted him to choose. Okay, when we talk about Vanessa, all right, um, it was out there. You know what I'm saying? Reports were out there going to as far as they didn't even attend the wedding, just like they didn't attend the funeral or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the invite situation, to my knowledge, I know that as far as the funeral or whatever, the invite situation, that of course that I think that fell on Vanessa right there. But in terms of the wedding, that's a different scenario right there. But either way, they did not attend. However, um, Kobe did bless them, with a ring and other memorabilia as he became more successful and everything, especially that 2000 title. And everybody will tell you that 2000 title was a very special title. As a matter of fact, I told Ted the other day when I was talking about this situation, one could argue that Kobe Bryant probably could have gotten MVP the way that he had played in his young career, um, being that he played in the finals for that first time. Okay, and the way that he played or whatnot against the Indiana Pacers. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building, bro. All right, yeah, I'm gonna be cooking on the Warriors too later, man. Y'all, man, H Town is on y'all heel, man. H Town is definitely on y'all heel, man. Y'all, you gotta watch out for H Town. But I'm looking at my team tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to. No disrespect to the Lakers or whatever, man. But we trying to get y'all up out of there. But there was reports. Shout out to the locker room, man. I was listening to his podcast. That there's a couple of players that are coming back. I think Vanderbilt is coming back. I think Cam Reddish is coming back, and a couple of the players that they said that were injured or whatever are supposed to be coming back. So y'all might have some help coming through. But nevertheless, man, let's get back to what we were talking about. Okay. Um, Look, it's plain and simple. Okay, it fell on them. Listen, if you work, if anybody works in this chat, okay, anybody has a job, okay. I know the Queen Brown Sugar. She's a damn hard worker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hard worker myself. Ted is probably a hard worker. I have no doubt. Just like he was saying about his family, they're hard workers, pound the pavement, so to speak. Listen, okay. I know that you probably need the money, right? I know financial things happen, and I know that ring was not the actual ring. It was a duplicate ring or commemorative ring. Um, but at the same token, to me, those are precious valuables that should be handed down to the grand to the you know to the grandkids. And that's another thing that Gilbert was saying. He was saying that you know he Vanessa is the one that has their grandkids. So if you're gonna say that, and by that logic, then why are you gonna sit there and get rid of memorabilia? Okay, a legacy that Kobe has left behind, that he put his blood, sweat, and tears onto that court. Now we know Joe played in the NBA. I understand all that. I get that. He played in the NBA. He played overseas. Yeah, that's great, and not taking anything away from him. But he was nowhere near his son's success level. Okay, and like I said, that doesn't take anything away from him. So of that magnitude, of that caliber, through all the stuff that Kobe had went through and everything, you mean to tell me that you can't sit up there and go pound the pavement and go try to go get a job? I know you have connections. I know you have pools. I know there is some type of way. You're not that broke, okay? You're not that broke. You can't be, okay? Because yeah, Ted. Listen. there. Listen, I don't know everybody's financial situation. You know what I'm saying? And like Brown Sugar said the other day, we don't know everybody's situation. But I do know this though. Okay, uh, you haven't seemed to been doing too bad over these last several years, and haven't said anything. Okay. And then on top of that, your Gilbert Arenas is saying, okay, well, he didn't. I'm guessing that from the will perspective, having a will or something like that. Listen, a lot of these families, okay, when it comes time for a person to transition and everything, and then it happens and stuff like that. You'll see people, like I said, coming out of the woodworks that you haven't talked to in years, haven't spoken to in years, haven't said anything. Y'all, y'all might have had a falling out and everything, but let that person pass away or something like that. They want to see what they can get. Okay, they want to wait till that person is gone to see if they're on the wheel. You know what I'm saying? They want to see, and then if they're not on the wheel or whatever, they still want to see whatever they can get, and that includes the parents. Sometimes they might have had a falling out and everything, and like I said, they didn't speak for years. They didn't speak for years, and so see, I'm of the notion of this. Okay, I never liked the situation that happened between either one of them not speaking. Because I know that we all. Some people are like, yeah, you should honor your father and your mother and everything like that. But we also got to realize that hey, it takes two in that relationship too as well. Okay, and Kobe's parents should have supported Kobe, regardless of what color she was, whether it had to do with her being Latino, whether it was the age. The age difference wasn't by much either. Hell, she was about to be 18. I think Kobe was 20 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What? No, 70 or 17. He was what when he went to the league. He was 18. Um, he was 18. He was the youngest to get up in there, and I think she was a couple years younger. But I mean, she was just a couple years younger. It wasn't like Kobe was like jailbait or anything like that. So my that was my whole thing. What are you tripping on? And then you tripping on the fact about you trying to pull the race card. Um, it- you know, so what if one of your daughters, Kobe's sisters, okay, his a couple of sisters that he had, what if they walked in with the person that you felt that wasn't of the ethnicity that you wanted them to be? You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it from both angles and see. I disagree with Gilbert Arenas because you're sitting up here and you're talking about money, you're talking about this, you're talking about that, you're talking about valuables and everything like that. But my whole thing is about the legacy. He wanted to leave that for his kids. He wanted to leave that for his wife. Yeah, him and his wife, you know what I'm saying? They went through stuff. Every marriage is gonna go through its trials and tribulations, ups and downs and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in their bedroom or anything like that. But they seem to have worked their issues out. And this is another thing too that with Vanessa. Now there have been reports about Vanessa. I'm not a big fan of hearsay. You know what I'm saying? But they have said this about Vanessa. They said that she's not the easiest person to get along with and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they also said the same thing about Kobe too. Smush Parker said the same thing about Kobe. And shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown had agreed with Smush Parker in the fact that Smush Parker has said that you know Kobe never had a conversation with him or everything like that. But I'm not. I'm saying to say that you don't really truly know a person until you're around them 24/7. You said everything that's talked about in the media is hearsay because nobody really knows the truth but the people. Yeah, and that's a fact. So see, the thing about it is how do we not know that Kobe had truly tried to reach out to his parents? How do we not know that even the grandkids went to so as far as to, hey, I want to see grandpa, I want to see grandma. You know what I'm saying? How do we not know that they tried to mend a broken relationship? You see what I'm saying? So it raises a lot of questions. How do we not know that even on the other end that Joe and Pam had tried to reach out to as well, but because of the anger that they had, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? We'll never know. But I do know this. I do know this though. One thing that that as a parent that they should have uh I felt like they should have done. They should have been in support of Kobe though. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if that's what it was. You said the only thing people do is go off of what they hear and go by their opinion. That's it. That's all. Yeah, you know. But see, my thing is this though. If you're gonna sell memorabilia or anything like that, and let's just talk about the prime objective of everything, right? Which is really the whole end game. Pretty much is to auction off that ring, get the money, and pay for whatever needs to be paid for or whatever. Me myself, if I'm in that situation, you know what I'm saying, and I've seen stuff like that take place too. We're like, nah, not at all. Because I can remember a time, man. There was one time when, okay, when my when my grandfather got rested. So when he had passed away, okay, my grandfather had all these coins. He was a coin collector and everything. Well, I remember, one of my cousins, man, and he, he was actually about to, get some of the coins, and he really wanted it or whatever. But there was this big, huge argument over why, they wanted to keep the coins and stuff like that. Some people just wanted to keep it just for themselves. It was a big old argument. You could hear all you're gonna do is just take it and you're gonna try to pawn it and try to get money and all of this other stuff. Other people, other people in my family was like, I want to keep it because it's a value. I want to be able to hold it. That's it, and pretty much at that time I was young enough. I was young to I was too young to really understand what they were saying, but as I realized as I got older, it was more so about legacy. You know what I'm saying? It was more so about what my grandfather had left behind. And see, coming back around to this situation right here, I'm looking at it from that standpoint. I'm looking at it from a legacy standpoint because all that money stuff, none of the stuff you could take with you. You know what I'm saying? None of the stuff that you could take with you. You can't take the memorabilia, you can't take the rings, the trophies, all of that stuff. You can't take none of it with you. You just can't. So um, I feel bad for more the people that I feel bad for the most in this situation is uh, his his other daughter. You know, uh, and also I kind of feel bad for his sisters too as well because we don't truly know because the sisters didn't, from to my knowledge, the sisters didn't go to the wedding. They didn't attend the wedding either when they first got married. You know, so in this situation, man, I really feel bad for them, but like I said, man, uh, you know That if they do this and they could actually look themselves in the mirror and be okay with it, that really says a lot about them. And I know some people are probably, they probably disagree with me on that and everything, because that's the first thing that people say. They said maybe they need the money, maybe they need the money, but there's other ways of getting money, especially in the society that we live in now. There's a lot of other ways of getting money now. The amount of money that they need, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because I think it was like 94,000 or 91,000 or something like that. That's that's clearly a lot of money. I don't know how much they're liking, but in a case like this, man, to me, ain't no amount of money is gonna replace, the guy's legacy, regardless of how you felt about him, and regardless of how you felt about Vanessa as a person, you know. So that's why I'm really talking about this situation. And a lot of people don't really want to discuss, situations like this, but it's real life, you know. So, um, the other situation that I did want to talk about too, I I want to talk about Candace Owens. Okay, now, her losing the job from the Daily Wire, um, it you know it set a lot of people off. Okay, and it's a lot of people are in their feelings right now about that situation. Okay, me myself personally, if you know my channel and you know how I rock, I'm not a fan of Candace Owens. I'm not a fan of Larry Elder, nor am I a fan of Tim Scott. Okay, Candace Owens, I disagree with pretty much the vast majority of what she said. Um, Candace Owens, man, um, she had came out and said some you know what anti you know what comments in regards to the Israeli Hamas situation that's going on right now, and a lot of people, had took offense by it, and they pretty much had used the catalyst to go ahead and fire her, right? But see, this is my thing right here. Okay, now, where were you at, when Kyrie Irving was going through the same thing that he went through? Okay, in terms of the anti, poster or whatever that was put up or whatever. Where were you at when the NBA was pretty much trying to ban this dude and get on this dude helmet, and the media was just doing everything that they can to try to destroy this guy's image? Where were you? Okay. As a matter of fact, what were you doing when Kobe Bryant had passed away? Right? You know what you were doing? What you were doing was, instead of sympathy, and look, everybody passes away. What did you say? You said she is smart. She is too real for the weak. Um, nah. Yeah, she's smart, but she's still airheaded. Okay. And she'll throw any one of our people under the bus. Okay. Even if they're dead, she'll throw them under the bus. For instance, the point that I was getting ready to lay and talk about is when she had so much negativity to say in terms of Kobe Bryant. Okay, did you not know that this man had just lost his life tragically along with his daughter? But for you to come out and you to say something negative in regards to in regards to Kobe Bryant, that says a lot about you. That says a lot about your character. Now, as far as the political stuff and all that other stuff, that's one thing I never will um, agree with what she says. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be conservative, but don't be a conservative. You said that's your opinion. I have mine. I love her. I swear. She don't have no filter. If you know what you know and you get it, uh, you just don't get it. Oh yeah, I get it. All right, I get that she need to get the hell up out of there, and that's what she got. She paying the price for it. You know, as a black woman, uh, I mean, don't try to come back. On our side and try to beg for help and all this other stuff when all this time you were doing the complete opposite. Okay, listen, there's ways of 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 you using your power and everything like that to benefit people. Instead, you using it to pretty much destroy the minds of people. Yeah, are you an intelligent woman? Yeah, but not for good reason. Not for good reason. And Candace Owens is one of those people that um, because I actually I looked at I was watching that film that they made. It was called Uncle Tom and stuff, and I actually looked at her upbringing and everything, and I'm kind of sad. I'm saddened by the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? That she turned out the way that she is. I don't know her personally. Just like I don't know anybody on YouTube, but I know she knows what she talking about. Trust me, she going to be good. Oh yeah, she'll be she'll be good. Somewhere else, away from you know poisoning people. I put it to you like this. Uh, I would not want my daughter to listen to anything that she said. I wouldn't let like my younger cousins or any or listen to any any of the nonsense that she says. She's no better than Fannie Willis. Okay, she's no better than the mayor that that sat up there and have the nerve to take money and 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 use it, take people's money and use it for her own benefit. She's no better than some of these people. Uh, it's real sickening, man, when you see that because she'd know better than some of these struggling folks that might be out on the streets and stuff and might be going through what they going through, like the women that might be struggling and have to do what they have to do or whatever, and they might have to, you know, do something illegal or something like that. She'd know better. She'd know better than them. You know why? Because the only thing that she's going to do is throw that person of color under the bus. I meant to say, but brown sugar. I know you. I put to you like this: she's not on your level. She's not on your level. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. And everybody can have their opinion. It's just like, okay, with with Trump, right? Like, I didn't agree with Glorilla going to the White House, but I understood why she did go. She's not messing with Biden like that. She's just doing that, you know what I'm saying, as a chess move. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it what it is. But then when Kanye supports Trump, guess what? Everybody goes haywire, everybody goes crazy and stuff like that. When if they really understood who who the different of the personalities were, then really everybody would have understood Kanye and what he said about Trump as opposed to what Biden. Because let's just call it what it is. Biden is a known racist. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of people had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tom Biz. He had also mentioned the fact that they were sitting down having fried chicken and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that right there was just so okay. Like he was just saying, like, oh, is that all that we eat? Is fried chicken and stuff like that. Like that's one of the most biggest stereotypes. But I think she did, and a lot of people think that what I'm saying. Glorilla is airheaded. I don't see her as airheaded. What I do see her as is a young up and coming artist who still has a lot to learn, but she's definitely on her way up and everything. That's not she hasn't even hit her prime or her peak in terms of her mind evolving. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't really truly understand, but I kind of understand what she's doing. She's trying to, align herself. But you did bring up a good point when you said, okay, the blind leading the blind, and I agree with that. I don't think that I think that this generation is very lost. I understand what you're saying there, but I also understand that we need to do everything that we can to try to get more people that think like a brown sugar or that think like myself in the line up in there, you know what I'm saying? But that's damn near impossible. Especially when you got these lawmakers, okay? Now, okay, this is off the subject, okay? But I have to bring this up though. It falls in line with it. You're letting migrants, you know, carry weapons, and they get all these benefits and everything like that. Illegal immigrants come in here and purchase handguns and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's more even more of a recipe for disaster. What do you want? You want Armageddon? More crimes that we that we already have and stuff like that. How do you not know that some of those guys they gonna move straight up off of impulse? That some of these guys they're just itching just to use that weapon for something. When we got all these shootings going on right here, and then the last thing that you want to do is that, and then also lower the gun age. So and the reason why I did mention that is because if we're really looking at it and everything, everybody one could argue that Trump, this is what he was trying to stop. This is what he was trying to stop. He was trying to prevent this, and now a lot of people are looking at Trump like a hero. She might not be on my level, but she one person that you get information from that make her a valued piece of woman. Well, I listen. I'm a strong woman, and I totally understand her. Straight like that. Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day, man. I did say this though. I never want any of our brothers or sisters to lose a job at all. But you also have to understand what you do and what you say. Sometimes it 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 could definitely it could have a boomerang effect on you. Okay, I think everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Everybody. Um, well, I'm not gonna say everybody. There's a lot of people that are very naive to the fact that when she got on the daily wire, they were naive to the fact that it was going to be set in stone. But there were many people that they kind of saw the writing on the wall, Brown Sugar. Like they were like this probably is not going to last. You know what I'm saying? Because there's only going to be so much that she's going to be able to say when you're and you notice when you're in that type of environment or whatever, they're gonna be like, oh, wait, now, you might be sitting there having a conversation, talking, and saying what you need to say and everything, and they'll agree with you, they agree with you, but you say one little minor thing, they ready to cut you off real quick. They're ready to cut you off real quick. They don't care about any of the stuff that you agreed with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have agreed, 100 times. The minute you say something that's highly offensive or whatever, and then they have the power and the control over you, they gonna shh. And see, that's the thing. She didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? She was still working for Master. Still working for Master. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this though. There are some guys that sit up here all day and they'll try to play both ends. It's like what the brother Ticket was saying earlier. You got some people that actually, if if she thought a certain type of way, they would be trying to get with Candace Owens, or the minute she flipped the script or something like that, or she starts thinking a different way, then they're gonna be like, well, she wasn't that bad. No, you got to keep that same energy, man. That's how I rock. You got to keep that same energy, man. You can't sit up there and be like, oh yeah, well yeah, she's all right now and all this other stuff. Nah, keep all that stuff that you said about her. All that, keep that same energy. My whole thing is this: what is she gonna? How is she gonna better people? The issues that she's talking about and all this other stuff. Larry Elder talking about reparations and stuff like that for for slave owners and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Tim Scott saying that there's no systematic racism, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't sit well with me. It just don't. It doesn't. And I know he endorses, Trump endorses him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't believe in a lot of stuff that Tim Scott, well, the majority of it, and of all people, Whoopi Goldberg cooked his ass on live television. You remember that? So I just wanted to get on here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I just wanted to talk my little ish about the Gilbert Arenas situation. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, man, got some stuff coming up for the channel. Like I said, we in a little construction phase right now. But just hang tight. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Uh, Again, like it, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications too, so that you're notified. Until then, it's straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.